Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Two-and-one teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go!
Wilson, and right away, he lost the football. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Anyone on defense make a play?
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Lloyd collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And some room to work. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Straight ahead, Etienne. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Here we go.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Colts at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 14. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And taken right on the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A give running right, ETN. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Third and long, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. On the return, it's Rodgers. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2nd and 9 now. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get... And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. And this is going to be intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game,
You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll give this to Moss running right. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ultra. Second and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Lloyd able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Darnold now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On the counter, Etienne. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker, who got in and dropped him to the turf.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. it didn't exist.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold, he's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he's certainly laid that one out there.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long. So to me, they're just saying, we want to finish this one off in the third quarter so we can coast home in the fourth. And this is just a tremendous play. Something we've seen time and again from this offense.
Darnold from the red zone now. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Darnold's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a game play.
Darnold on first down. And one more time, here's Kirk. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, we might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rashad Bateman, 37 yards. And the Colts are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Darnold on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Darnold. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Darnold's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First down, Jacksonville.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Darnold. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Throwing again is Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up